In the television business, a person is considered lucky if they hold on to one job for more than 13 weeks. My next guests are two of the luckier people in television. First, I'd like you to meet Joe Tempone. He has been with NBC for over 49 years, not as an actor or producer or executive, but as the shoeshine man right here in Rockefeller Center. Please welcome Joe Tempone. Have a seat.
Very well.
49 years you've been shining shoes
right.
here in this building.
Yes.
What is the secret of that longevity there, a successful career?
I tell you, I have some work that I show, some clipper that I did a little work recently. I would like to see if you have a little review of this thing. See how you like it.
Now, you're talking.
Shows my beautiful work.
Now you're talking about the videotape. Do we want to do that now or do we want to do that later? What do you want to do? Okay, we might as well do it now. Joe was referring to, he brought a clip with him, ladies and gentlemen. Here now is Joe Tempone at work. Joe, does it need any more setting up than that?
Not really.
Okay, let's watch the monitors there. Here he is. What are you doing there, Joe? Can you...
Well, that's my beautiful work day.
Uh-huh. Looks like a right shoe to me. Is that Do you have a secret for shining shoes?
Yeah, well, technique, whatever you call it.
Technique? What is your technique? Do you spit on shoes?
No. Well, some of really my experience over so many years of doing that. I come to a point that it's really beautiful.
Uh-huh. How did you get into shining shoes? Where did you start? How did you start?
Well, I thought it was some kind of a business that you can't lose much, Well, there's
not a lot at stake there. A couple of cans of kiwi, maybe a rag. That's it. Not a lot of overhead. Yeah.
Not overhead. No.
Not a lot of Title IX proceedings as a result of the occupation. No.
Once you are on the shiny side, you can know you keep that up forever.
That's right. Now, do you know any of course you do, but who are some of the more notable or famous people, the shoes of whom you've shined over the years?
Well, I got a lot of nice people here and a lot of good friends.
Mm-hmm. Anybody famous that we would know?
I would say my best friend was Nelson Rockefeller,
Nelson Rockefeller?
Yeah, he was a very good friend of mine. Matter of fact, he wants to take me to Albany with him but I had to turn him down because I had too many friends here, and I couldn't go with the one friend. And leave it so many. So,
when he was the governor, he wanted you to go up to Albany? Is this what we're talking about?
That's right.
Was he a pretty good tipper?
Oh, very good tipper.
Yeah.
Very good.
Like how much for a shine?
Well, various. All depends. I've been here to 49 years. We start off with the 10 cents. Then we start off with the 25, 20, 25. As the years they went by, always an increase of the price.
Sure. You started out, a shine was 10 cents.
10 cents.
What is it today?
$1.
Yeah. And what would be considered a good tip, a respectable tip today?
Around $1.
So it's $1 for the shine and $1 for the tip.
All right.
All right. Now, I understand up until earlier today you did not meet your West Coast counterpart. Had not met him, had you?
Not yet.
Yeah. Okay. Let me introduce Floyd. There's a gentleman who does the same thing as Joe does, only he does it in Burbank, also works for NBC. He is how long has he been shining shoes? Well, we'll find out. Anyway, NBC's Burbank shoe shiner and the author of this book, Floyd, NBC's shining star. Please now, welcome please, Floyd Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. Nice to see you. Hello, Joe. Floyd, how long have you been shining shoes?
34 years.
34 years, so it's 34 and 49. Had you two gentlemen met before today?
Not before today. I met him for the first time today.
Did you know that, for example, Joe was out here shining shoes on the East Coast?
I've been knowing it for 20 or 25 years. I've been knowing that.
You sort of communicated, didn't you, indirectly?
Right.
How did that take place?
Just one way ahead of my friend to going to California. I say hello to Floyd. He's a very nice guy. And Floyd just sailed out to Joe when he got in New York.
Yeah.
So that's how we communicated for about, I think it's more than 30 years.
So yeah,
from
that's
way back.
that's an interesting relationship. Now, did out there in California, Floyd? I know that you're right in the thick of Hollywood show business. Who has the nicest shoes out there?
Well, Johnny Carson has the nicest shoes.
Mm-hmm. What kind of shoes does Mr. Carson have?
Well, they're pretty nice shoes, pretty expensive shoes.
Expensive shoes, yeah. And what other shoes come to mind here?
What other shoes or what other stores?
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra's.
Yeah. Now, he, I understand, is a pretty good tipper, isn't he?
He's a good tipper.
Yeah. What is the best tip you've gotten from him?
$100.
I think I'm going to move to West Coast.
Yeah. Frank makes Nelson look like a piker, doesn't he? Oh, that's amazing. Who is the worst tipper out there, Floyd?
Well, I hate to, and I'm going to tell you how this come off.
Uh-huh.
Richard Nixon. But let me tell you, he didn't give me the money. When I asked him, when he asked me how much, I told him it was 50 cents.
Mm-hmm.
And he turned around to the Secret Service agent and told him to pay me. And that's how much he gave me. So I won't.
So he didn't tip at all.
Huh?
He didn't. He just gave you the 50 cents for
That's
the show.
right. That's what they gave me, the 50
Oh
cents.
my! Well, you know, I've known about Floyd. I've never met Joe before today. It's a pleasure meeting both of you guys, and I'm glad you finally had a chance to meet and continued success, east and west here with the shoes.
We've been looking here for this opportunity for many years. Anyway, Floyd,
That's right.
it's about time.
Floyd Jackson and Joe Tempone, shining the shoes for NBC East and West. We'll be back with comedian Andy Kaufman.